And it was on August 1st, 2015 that I said, I'm gonna start
Mhm.
believing every single day. Today's my day. I'm getting healed. And
Yeah, I think that's key too. Like I think stepping into the faith part where it's like, I'm going to believe this, I think is so important. Not it can get really extreme where people are like, I'm going to manifest my healing or
right.
like, I am healed and physically not yet. And it's like, I think the healthy way to like work that out is to, yeah, have the faith that God is who he says he is and yeah, believe that it's possible that
Mhm.
God wants to heal and not denying the circumstance, not denying the situation you're in, but choosing to believe the faith. That's what, in the word it says God's pleased by that.
Mhm.
Faith is what pleases him. So I think that's so clutch to take away from this part of it is that piece.
Yeah, yeah, it was huge for me. And then so I just decided, I'm going to believe that and try to walk out that healing as best as I could, And so I remember August 1st, wake up, today's the day I'm getting healed. I'm going to try to, pick up my glass of water because this was extremely difficult. And if there was still pain, I was just determined I'm not going to get discouraged. It's okay. Like my circumstances do
Yeah.
not define him. He
Having
defines
joy in the
him.
circumstance.
Yeah, I don't know that I had complete joy,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, yeah. Not so
uh,
much like the happiness or the laughter, but
contentment.
yeah, contentment.
Yeah.
I guess that's more the word I was looking for.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was content for the most part. And I remember doing that just every day. Okay, today's the day. You're my healer. I believe you're going to heal me, that you delight to heal me, that you say you're my healer. And I went on doing that. Now it went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The days went on where that was happening. And I remember on August 12th, I was just praying. I'm still bedridden, still in excruciating pain, still in a wheelchair. And I'm praying and I felt like the Lord spoke to me and said, Wesley, go for a run and I'm going to heal you while you run. And that was a really big thing. I thought,
You are a runner.
yes, I
You loved
ran.
running.
Yes.
Because if God, spoke that to me, I'd be like, that'd be a little bit different because I hate running.
Yes.
I'd be like, absolutely not. I don't know. Why would you ask me to do that? Don't have enough faith to go for a run while I'm healthy.
Yes.
But
No,
so
I
you are a
love to
runner. You
run. Yeah.
love to run
Yes.
and you wanted to run.
Yes, exactly. The great
Yep.
point. So he tells me to go run. But at this point, I'm like, I actually didn't feel like I had enough faith to do that because, I go like this, feel that I'm not healed. I'm not going to be like in tears, pain. If I walk to the bathroom, which I was trying to do, okay, maybe I'll be in a little more pain. But thinking about like actually leaping onto my limbs, I was like, if I don't get healed,
It's gonna be a
oh, I
lot of
can't. Yeah, it's gonna be so painful. So I just said, like, God, I'd love for you to give me confirmation about that before I try to do that, because that's big.
yeah.
So that was the 12th,
August 12th.
August 12th. So then the 13th comes, the 14th comes, and I remember the 14th, for whatever reason, I had a really bad flare up. So I'm in constant pain 24/7, but at times it was like a 4, and then there was other times it was like a 9. So kind of a wide range
Fluctuated,
of
yeah.
pain. So on this day it was like a 9, and I'm just laying there crying again, just saying, Lord, like, please heal me. I receive your healing. I can't do this much longer.
Hmm.
And I felt like the Lord spoke to me again. And I heard the Lord say, Wesley, be at peace, rest. Today's your last day of pain.
Oh,
And I remember
that's
thinking,
huge.
yeah, well, yes, it was huge, knowing that it actually was. But
Mhm.
at that moment, I thought, I really
Is that
hope
just,
so.
were you thinking like, is that just my
Well,
mind?
I'd been believing God every single day. So
Yeah.
I'm just like, yeah, is this just me like kind of crossing my fingers? Let this one be the actual day.
Yeah.
We'll see tomorrow. Like I really hope that that's true.
Yeah.
So I go to bed and the next day I wake up and I still have pain. So I'm like,
Mhm.
all right, well,
Weren't you like from August 1st, like staying up till like midnight or something?
couple of days, not every day, but there was
And
like,
you were like, maybe by
yeah,
the end of the day or
yeah.
something.
So I remember one specific night that I stayed up till midnight and just I was worshiping Like, "Okay, God, you still have 5 minutes." And then it hit midnight, and
It's
then I
gonna be
was
today.
like,
You got 5 minutes,
yeah.
Lord.
Well, I was like, "I won't tell anyone," like, it passed a couple minutes past midnight, and I was like, "Oh, you could heal me now, I won't
Yeah,
tell
I'd
anyone."
still tell people it
Yeah.
was yesterday, I
Yeah.
swear, I swear.
Yeah, I just and then I'll go to sleep kinda laughing and sad at the same time. Yeah, so I was, yeah, kind of just at that point. The 15th, I wake up, I'm still in pain.
What level on the 15th when you woke up?
I don't know, it
Don't
wasn't like
remember?
unbearable, probably 5, 6,
Okay.
kind of medium.
Slight improvement from the previous day.
Yes, yeah, it wasn't a 9. So that day, I was supposed to have a call with my parents because now my time at Street Life is ending. I only had a couple more weeks there.
Right, because you had said January to September.
Yeah, well, and they leave 3rd week of August was their last outreach.
Yeah.
So September, everyone's on break.
Oh, and I wanna remind you to tell people about you had booked a trip.
Yeah, so this is what I was just
Oh, you
gonna
were just
talk
gonna
about
okay,
now.
alright, go there, yeah.
Yeah, so a friend of mine, one of the other staff members of this ministry, she and I had talked about taking this trip through Europe. Now, this was earlier on in like March.
Mm.
So I had just been having the pain,
You're
but we
like, "I'll be fine
decided
by
we're
then."
going to do it. We booked flights to 7 countries
That's crazy.
for September.
In March, you were in quite a bit of pain.
Yeah, but I was just like, well,
Yeah.
this is, well, I'll be fine. I just was not, I don't know if it was denial or what, but I just was not thinking that it was going to happen.
Maybe a little bit of everything.
Yes. So we had all these flights purchased. So on the 15th, I'm talking to my parents. Now the Lord has told me you're not going back to Haiti in this 8 month period of time. You're not going back to Haiti. You're going to go back to school. You're going to do that in New Hampshire online.
Oh, wow.
You're going to be back at your church.
Sounds like
Massive
a lot of
transition.
directional type of
Yeah.
yeah, type of
And
things.
now here I am, and then I have 7 tickets to go all throughout Europe, and it's like 2 weeks away, 3 weeks away, and I can't get out of bed. So I call my parents. I'm telling them all the things that the Lord had told me, like, "This is gonna be the next part of your season. This is what it's gonna look like." And then I'm saying, "Mom, Dad, like, I bought all these flights. Am I an idiot? Like, did I waste people's money? Because I'm a full-time missionary at this point." So we were gonna go and do all these ministry things, and I don't think I can't go in a wheelchair. I won't have a wheelchair there. Like, I can't am
Right.
I supposed to go to the flight and, like, believe that I'm gonna get healed before the flight takes
Right.
off? Like, what do I do? So my parents are awesome and love the Lord, and they just said, "No, you're not foolish. Faith, this is faith. Like, you did what you believe the Lord's telling you to do, and
Mhm.
that pleases him, no matter the outcome."
Yeah, a lot of people would be like, "Yeah, you probably should cancel that stuff." Like,
Right, yeah, they didn't. They didn't. They were great. So awesome. So it gave me a lot of peace. As I'm talking to them, it's a FaceTime call. One of my sisters comes on the call, my sister Emily, and she is like, "Hey, are you healed yet?" Everyone's praying, believing, and I was just like, "No, not yet. Like I'm believing, whatever." And she goes, "Well, I have to just tell you this. 3 days ago," so we're on the 15th, she's saying the 12th. 3 days ago, I was praying for you, and I felt like the Lord tell me to tell you to go running, and he would heal you while you ran. And that was the day that I felt like the Lord told me that same thing, and I needed confirmation. So she tells me, and I'm like,
that's not just like a common thing to like hear. It's like the Lord told me that you should eat lunch today.
"Yeah,
It's like, well, I was gonna do that anyway, so
right,
this is
right,
very specific. Like she knew you
absolutely,
were not gonna go running like during
right."
this time of your life.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and she even said, "I was too nervous to tell you on the 12th
Mm.
because I thought she's in so much pain. And what if she doesn't get healed?" Like,
Right.
she was kind of dealing with her own questionings.
Sure.
And she tells me that, and I go, "Emily, God told me on the 12th to go running and he'd heal me while I ran, but I was too nervous. I asked him for confirmation." So now, like, my faith is starting to build. Like, yesterday, he said it was my last day of pain, the 12th. Now she's confirming that. So I tell them, I'm going to get my sneakers on. Pray for me. I'm going to go try to run. And my sister, I remember Emily says, "When he heals you, testify to somebody." And
Yeah.
I'm so glad she did because that kept at the forefront of my mind. I put my sneakers
She
on.
said when he heals you.
Yeah, when you
Yeah,
heal,
it
when he
wasn't
is
if.
saying, no, no, no. When he heals you,
She was
testify to
pumped with
someone.
faith too.
Yeah, I mean, that moment, there was just like
Yeah.
this surge of
Were your parents
expectancy
still
and
on the
faith.
call at that point?
Yeah.
What did
Yeah.
they say?
They were just excited. I mean, just like, I'm like, "This is what I'm going to go do."
Yeah.
They're like, "We're praying. Let us know what
Yeah.
happens." So I get my sneakers on and I hobble outside. I texted the staff at Street Life and I just said, listen, this is what I'm trying to do. I believe God said it. Pray for me. So they're all like texting, like, we're praying, be careful, bring your phone. Like, if you fall,
Yeah.
text us, we'll come get you. You know, just a wide variety of texts. So I take my phone, I start to go. And now I'm hobbling out to the road and I'm in pain, but the pain's not increasing. So I'm like, well, that's something because I'm walking. I mean, I was being very cautious. But I get to the road, I take a deep breath, and I'm just like, okay, here we go. So I start to try to run. It was not really a run, it was like a hobbling jog, but the pain wasn't increasing. I was still in pain, but it was not getting worse. So I'm like, okay, what's happening? So I'm kind of hobble jogging down there.
Almost expecting
Street.
like as you land on your feet, the
It's
pain's gonna
just
be
gonna be,
like,
yeah, horrible.
yeah,
Like, it would have been way worse, and it wasn't, but there was still pain. So I was, okay, Lord, what's happening? So we go down their street, and then I'm going left on this road. And as I turn that left, I start to just pray out loud, and I'm saying, God, you said if I ran, you would heal me while I run. Like, here I am.
What's up, everyone? Thank you for watching this video clip. If you liked it, check out more videos on our channel. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, get alerts for when we post new stuff, and we hope you stick around. God bless you guys.